Yeah, you can bet your last dollar. I am back alongside Ryan Renner, Phil Becerra. It's Listen Up, presented by Dempsey's in Sportsland. And Ryan, boy, have you came through up in the clutch. That's what they like to call it in sports. You are coming through in the clutch, providing a lot of knowledgeable information without me alongside you. Very proud of you and the job that you have done thus far. And I know stuff will continue to look up. Ryan, a little bit of a change in scenery, if you will. And I know that you like it, I like it, and we will all eventually like it. Ryan, enough of that said. Ryan, we're actually on a game recap as we come on this Wednesday morning. And it was just last night that the UConn Huskies defeated the Seton Hall Pirates by a final score of 103-58. Ryan, Huskies 16-2. Seton Hall Pirates 13-6. I'm really looking forward to March Madness. I don't know about you, but I know that you have a job to do. Game recap right now. 3, 2, 1, ready, set, go.
Yeah, well, speaking about that a little bit, I know these past couple of weeks we kind of went on those couple of games the morning after, and then so I think after this week is over, after this game on Saturday, I think after this week we should get back on track with both of us on and start to get back rolling again and get in our March Madness mood, if you will. So but yeah, I mean, I was kind of surprised at the final score last night. AZ Flood, Caroline Ducharme, Ayanna Patterson, all three of those players still remained out. So only 7 healthy players again for UConn. And it didn't seem to matter too much. UConn wins 103-58. And I have to admit, I was way off with the score prediction and all of that, because I was saying in the last check-in that if those 3 players were out, I was thinking it was going to be relatively close, and boy was I wrong about that one. But UConn was on fire to start the game. Seton Hall held scoreless for the first 4 minutes of the game. Aaliyah Edwards had yet again another double-double at halftime. So just amazing tear that she's still on. Pretty amazing that she's continuing to play like this, and hopefully, like we keep saying, it can continue all the way into March Madness. But just an all-around team effort and team win. I think the offense was obviously there from the start of the game till the end of the game, which is what we like to see. I think UConn limited their turnovers quite a bit, which obviously helped them get more shots up. They were extremely efficient from the field the entire night, scoring 20 plus in every single quarter. Held Seton Hall, like I said, scoreless the first 4 minutes, but Seton Hall just couldn't get anything going. And it was pretty much like the first matchup that we saw against Seton Hall. They just couldn't get anything going at all. But Aaliyah Edwards, again, 21 points, 11 rebounds, 3 steals, and 2 blocks. The year that she's having overall for this team is just incredible. And like I said, hopefully she can continue that all the way to the end of the season. And Dorka Juhas, yet again, ever since she came off that injury, before she was playing really good, but since she's been off that injury, now that she's back healthy, 22 points, 11 rebounds, tied a career high, 4 threes made. And Aubrey Griffin had finally a pretty good game, 22 points, 2 threes. She had a COVID incident, but I think she's back now as well. It's good to see her have an amazing game. She's such a talented athlete. She's a very much needed piece to go along with this UConn lineup. Lou had 17, also 2 made threes. She continues to put in a very solid scoring effort every single night. And Nika got back on track. I think she handled the ball much, much better in this game. 12 assists, another double-digit assist mark. And Amari DeBerry, I think she might have been kind of the key player to watch, or, you know, the player that kind of stuck out to me when I was going over this game. Played 21 minutes since there was only 7 available players, and I'm glad Gino finally it seems like trusted her a little bit to at least play her with those minutes, and she had a career high 13 points. So I know a lot of you guys were very glad to see Amari DeBerry playing at that high level and finally have herself a very good game.
Yeah, very well said. And I don't want to cut you off now. We know the rules by now. We've been on here 2 years. You're done with your game recap. Is that correct?
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay. All right. I know late last night, after after the game was already over. And you said, Phil, what is this all about? It was announced that AZ Fudd did not travel with the team to play against Seton Hall. So I think that's something to keep your eye on. And I told you, I think rather than them actually looking at the news saying, all right, well, this alert came out a little bit late, I think it was actually keep your eye on AZ Fudd. All right. I'm not saying that because you and I don't have any further information. I don't know if you do, but I don't. What I'm saying is, could it be, hopefully not, but could it be a little bit worse than what we thought as far as her injury?
Yeah, well, I mean, let's certainly hope not. But I didn't really, like I told you, I just cleared it off my phone because I already knew that she didn't play. But I mean, like you said, it could be something serious that we're not really aware of. And the play, like I said, I saw the play where she got injured, where she just bumped into the opposing player. It didn't really look that bad, but maybe it just aggravated that knee again. And maybe she's really in a lot of pain. We just don't really know all the details, but hopefully, like you said, it's nothing serious that we don't know about, because she'll definitely be needed, obviously, for her scoring, and just for her to be out there is just a tremendous boost. It's kind of impressive that UConn scored 100 points without AZ Fudd. That's just kind of mind blowing to me that they're able to put up 100 points without arguably their best scorer, one of their best players. So, but yeah, I mean, having her out there healthy with the rest of these players would obviously be a tremendous boost. But hopefully AZ can come back soon.
All right. Comments time presented by Dempsey and Sportsland. You know, we have a lot of good ones, Ryan, because that last video did very well. Very proud of you. UConn Huskies last check-in versus Seton Hall, Ryan, and they're still watching it. And like I said, don't be afraid to watch the videos. Don't be afraid to comment, and don't be afraid to hit the like button. Don't be afraid to subscribe. Ryan, this is what I speak about highly all the time, because not only do we come on here, I truly, strongly believe this, not only do we come on here a lot of the times to discuss sports and specifically UConn Huskies women's basketball, we come on here, well, obviously to see your face, huh? And we come on here, no, really though, we come on here to change lives. Now, I personally, I never thought, I know you had that a natural ability, you know, that natural talent to change lives, go out there and make a difference. But me, I don't know about all that, but hey, it's pretty amazing, because the very first comment that I saw on that last video, Ryan, it really touched home. It reached out to both of us. And Ryan, I know you want to speak on behalf of this one as well, but Jason D'Amico goes first. I wish to, and keep in mind, this is really nothing to do with sports, but again, it's a sports podcast. It pulls us together. Okay. It pulls us together. It's pulling us together as we speak. Jason D'Amico first. I wish to thank Phil and Rye and the rest of the Listen Up Husky, and Husky family for their love and support they have shown myself and my family. I printed out, listen to this. I printed out all of the posts and showed them to my mother, including the video. She was extremely moved. So from the bottom of our hearts, thank you. And then he goes on to say, well, actually, yeah, I haven't been able to watch the last couple games or videos, but I will be commenting again after the Seton Hall game. Peace to all. So, man, that's what I really like that a lot, because it, for once, and I'm not saying there's anything wrong with this, but for once, this is focused around not UConn Huskies women's basketball, not our podcast, okay, but around someone else, you know, and the extreme pressure, the amount of pressure and the sadness that he is going through. And for me to sit here and tell you, man, that not only me, but you too have touched the lives of Jason D'Amico's family, and then him. Oh man, that is moving. That is moving. I'm not too sure that 100% of podcasts on YouTube can actually claim this.
It's pretty special. It really is. And we really do appreciate Jason, and obviously everybody else that watches us. And it kind of makes me a little bit emotional when I read a comment like that, because I know I didn't, and I'm sure you didn't either, when we started this podcast, and especially when we started covering the UConn Huskies. I don't think we ever thought that we could reach people in that kind of way. and it really is moving, and it's inspiring to us, and we just appreciate you guys so much for and it's kind of amazing that we can just reach out to people like that and inspire you guys. So yeah, I mean, that's just amazing. Yeah, I mean, I just never thought that, when we started this podcast, that we would have that type of inspiration. So we definitely appreciate all of you guys, and I know you inspire us as well. So
when we started, it's crazy because you mentioned when we started, it's almost like we had the mindset, all right, well, Ryan, we're going to see our moms comment on this video. Okay. And then we're going to hit the record button, Ryan, and we're going to go on YouTube and we're going to say, hey, Mom, how you doing? Like Tom Brady after a football game. Hi, Mom. All right. Moving on for one last comment for the both of us. And, let's go ahead and go all the way down to Brian Wilkinson, because I love to see the love that they have for you, my own cousin. Brian Wilkinson goes, where you been? Laugh out loud. You do a good job all by yourself. I watch as many games as I can. And while I'm delighted they are doing so well, but I ask myself over and over, why do Nika and Lou insist on driving the ball into the middle with 11 guys waiting for them and wondering after they knock 8 of them down, what do you mean offensive foul? I don't question Stanford's rating, but think LSU is overrated. The girl AZ collided with the 6'3", was 6'3", so they did not directly hit knees. They need Caroline. DeBerry was terrible again, and I don't see much future for her at UConn. But they, as a group, did not make a good decision. They have a tendency to panic with physical teams. Let's just hope that was their bad game for the year. I think it's interesting. There was so much Brian Wilkinson said in one comment, one post. Yeah, we talked about DeBerry a lot. I am starting to lean on the side that, I don't see much, even if I know this is kind of terrible to say, even if she gets more playing time, I don't really see where this system is for her. I just don't. You can tell me if you think differently, Ryan, but I just don't think that, from what I've heard from the outside voices and from her not wanting to practice hard, or she looks lost on the court or whatever I'm hearing. I just, matter of fact, if this is all true, I just don't think she has the talent, no doubt, but maybe the system is just not for her. Go to another school. Okay. And then when you talk about, let's see, what else did he mention about they have the tendency to panic with physical teams. Well, I actually don't like that he mentioned that in the comment section, only because March is nothing but physicality.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, but, and he definitely isn't wrong about that, because I have noticed Nika, when she's driving to the lane, she's just not making good decisions a lot of the time. But I think that game last night, she definitely got back on track. But it was a struggle there for Nika for a little while. And I think, speaking about Amari DeBerry very quickly, I think Amari, even though she got 20 plus minutes, she scored 13 points. That's great. But when these players come back healthy again, like you said, I don't think she's going to get any minutes. So I don't really see that big of a future in UConn. And if she does enter the transfer portal and goes somewhere else to benefit her, I'd have no hatred towards her, and I hope she does whatever's best for her.
Yeah, good luck. We wish nothing but the best. Ryan, that will do it for today on this game recap. Again, final score: Huskies 103, Seton Hall 58. Who saw that coming, huh? Maybe he was a little bit mad at that Georgetown score, 65-50. But at any rate, I will see you on Friday for the last check-in. Butler and Connecticut, and then boy, oh boy, we'll get fun on Saturday at 12 o'clock as Butler visits UConn. And I tell you, we're all looking forward to that game recap, huh? We'll just leave it at that, Ryan, because you know what I'm talking about. Phil and Rye on Listen Up.